squad when I'm dealing with pain. Dropping 2 foes like I'm Kobe. If I did it from the heart, you don't owe me. I never talk.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first matchup of the NBA. And for both these teams, it's game 1 of the NBA Cup. Chance to notch a regular season win and, more importantly, start strong in this group round.
Yeah, it's important to gain some early momentum because you can be out of this in a hurry. We've seen good teams blink, and they're gone.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Randall. Christie is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Rudy Gobert. Dort kicks to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Traps in the tray. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the first bucket of the game with the 3 for the Thunder. Gobert with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Irving attacking, good on the bucket.
This is where Kyrie can work some of his magic out there on the floor. Excels at getting the screen and taking advantage of any space he gets.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Gobert knocks it away.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
Now, here is Irving. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. Fires from deep. The shot's good from Christie.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Randall. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, Randall does a good job. His frame alone helps to create some space. Just with a little pivot there, able to find a way to score.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. 5 points in the game. Now Dort. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the middle, Williams. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. He's listed at 6'5", but Brent, Jalen Williams seems so much bigger than that on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, one of those guys that has more presence on the floor than the measurements you look at on paper. This guy plays bigger. He's got a great frame. He's got great strength. He's got great poise. And there are a lot of people who are going to recognize just how talented Jalen is.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of this.
And just last season, they were at about 82% from the free throw line. So those numbers are always going to be positive.
Now here's Randall. 9-point game his last outing, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Randall's got his second basket of the night.
A nice play by Julius. Good decision maker in the pick and roll.
Holmgren kicks to Dort. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort. To the paint. Here's Holmgren. Over Randall. And Holmgren the bucket on the assist by Dort.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
Irving passes to Randall. He's guarded by Williams from 15 feet away. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And in that one, the backups came to play. Gave the team an infusion of points that just put them over the top.
Well, I talked to the assistant coaching staff. What they were stoked about is that the bench guys came in and played well. So punch off the bench, a big factor in that win.
Randall no good. Oklahoma City trailing. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And he hits it to tie the game up. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9.
And SGA looks at the coaching staff. That's a nice bailout for him.
Gobert with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one's good, Irving.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside, Dort. Irving against Gilgeous-Alexander. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
Here we are sizing up GA. Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Yabusele, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. That's tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Caruso. .106 left in the first quarter. The fadeaway, and that one comes up a bit short.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Williams for 3. Julius Randle with the rebound. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Dallas, no good that time either. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. Hey, Brett, where would you rank the Lopez brothers as the best NBA siblings?
Well, they've had storied careers, both of them. Certainly in terms of the argument about the best twins to ever play the game, you could make an argument for them. You had, of course, Tom and Dick Van Arsdale in the 60s, Horace and Harvey Grant in the 90s. But what the Lopez brothers have been able to do, not in terms of their longevity, but in terms of their contribution to their teams, both very different. These guys have to be up there.
Holmgren against Randle. From past the arc. Holmgren can't hit. Randle surveying the D. With 1 on the clock, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in a tie. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Yeah, they were going right at the opponent here and forcing their hand. I mean, like literally making them foul them.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. Brook Lopez is out there with Randle. Then there's Isaiah Joe. Then there's Moses Moody. And it's Kamare in at the 3 slot. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Dallas.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
That attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. Holmgren gets the bucket. Holmgren's got his second bucket tonight.
Good touch from Holmgren, looking comfortable and assertive down there.
Lopez, a screen on Chang. Drills it from outside. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
with some arc. Lopez with the block.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame. A smart block, if you will.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And the Thunder making a change here. Dort's checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Christie's checked in. Now, here's Dort. Scoreless thus far. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by, here's Randall. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Jokic, no good. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Lopez outside. Lopez sets a screen for Randall. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Down low. Pass to Jokic. They set the pick. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Kamare. The Mavericks leading. Here's Christie. Offline with his 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Jokic, no good. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. The Thunder shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Fires from 18. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
Where there's a lot of emphasis on 3-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
That one good for 2.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Pass to Chang. Out left to the wing. Caruso hits the 3-point bomb. Caruso's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Dallas leading by 4. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Williams, that's good.
Yeah, as a shooter, Williams is fairly flexible.
This game for the Mavericks, they picked up the W against the Lakers in L.A. Pass to Irving. Shoots over Caruso. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Irving's got his 3rd basket of the night. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Takes it from 10. Again, the Thunder score.
Slithering around the floor, Gilgeous-Alexander gets to his spot.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Yep, that one goes.
Love how effective Irving is on the drive. His head is up, and he just cuts right through the defense.
Williams gets to Gilgeous-Alexander. Count that one. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 15.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Irving attacking, and Dallas again with the bucket.
He's such a gifted finisher. Once Kyrie gets inside, he knows he's got you where he wants you.
Knocks it loose, and stolen by Irving. He lobs it up, and that one is stuffed right through.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
36 seconds left in the first half of the game. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. A three-pointer off the mark. Dallas leading by 9. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
4 seconds left. The shot, no good. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
Taking a look here at the Thunder, they've started this season on the right foot, something we kind of expected given their offseason. We'll see if this is a pace they can maintain as the year rolls on.
And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for the Dallas Mavericks.
I have some research here that might explain everything. Apparently 3 is more than 2. They keep making threes. That's why they're ahead.
I can't even begin to tell you how profound that was, big fella. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. Chet Holmgren out there with Williams. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Now here's Williams. Dort, left side. Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one is good.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Gobert, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Electric stuff from Gobert to finish the play through the whistle.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Irving can't hit.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
The Thunder have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
In that 2018 draft, you think about those names, Doncic, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Boy, that's a lot to begin with.
Up again. It's good on the putback.
They're not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Drains the 19-footer. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it.
Such an improved part of SGA's game. Love his passing skills.
There's the triple. Irving can't get it to go. The Thunder have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Kept alive. The kick out to Williams. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Mavericks leading by 3. Shoots from the baseline. Jump shot is good.
Oh, what a nice find by Kyrie that time, balancing his offensive attack.
The Thunder shooting a hot 57% from the field in the third.
First team foul.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Dagnall said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. Paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin, he certainly will.
I agree. David, he is fearless. And here's Randall after the three-pointer from Chet Holmgren.
And it feels like Randall is taking ownership on the offensive end right now, playing intense and fighting for buckets.
The overall game of Julius Randle is impressive. He's gritty. He is in there giving it Brent his everything.
Yeah, Kevin, you think about that year where he averaged 24, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. I mean, the only other guys that did that were Will Chamberlain, Oscar Robertson, Larry Bird, Russell Westbrook, Jokic, Giannis. All of those guys won MVPs. That's a heck of a list.
Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
On the wing, Williams for the tie. 6 on the shot clock. Gobert with the block.
And there's a reason Gobert has led the league in block shots.
Alex Caruso. He's checked in for the Thunder. The Mavericks also with a sub. Joe's checked in. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Williams. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. The Mavericks leading. And it's off from three-point range. Pass to Caruso. Oklahoma City moving it around. Now Holmgren. He's defended by Randall. Caruso with the ball. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Gilgeous-Alexander has blossomed into this forceful guard. Just look at this performance.
And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That is his first foul of the game. And so here is Dallas, and he's good on the 3-ball. Irving's got 13.
And that is just money from Kyrie. He's so dangerous from outside the three-point line.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 8 points for him.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Here's Randall. He takes it in. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Some agility shown there by Julius Randle with that frame, able to find a way to score.
With this chance, let's show you the league's most intimidating shot blocking defenses from last season. The Mavericks, number 1. Second, the Thunder.
Both clubs physically dominant inside the paint, and that's why you see those outstanding shot blocking numbers.
To the inside. Back to Caruso. And a miss there on the triple. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Pass to Gobert. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Gobert knows his role on this team. Rebound, block shots, and look to score near the basket.
Chang, he's checked in for the Thunder. Topic comes in for Williams. And Dallas also making a switch. Kamar is checked in. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 23.
Exploding to the rim. No getting in Shea's way, especially when he's got a full head of steam.
Here's Joe. Gobert finds Irving. Randall left side. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Irving's got 15 points.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Yabusele, he's checked in for the Thunder. And then for Dallas, Lopez comes in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Moses Moody in for Kyrie Irving. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shot. So he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
Now here's Randall. He's got 14 over Jang. Randall no good. Thunder trailing by 3. Pass to Holmgren. Fires the 3. Rebound by Brook Lopez. Lopez has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now Joe. Got it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Mavericks lead by 3. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. They've got Brook Lopez. Isaiah Joe is out there with Christie. And it's Kamare in at the 4 slot. Mavericks leading by 3. Looking to end his cold spell. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
A struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
And a quick look at how the Oklahoma City Thunder's schedule is shaping up. On Monday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Atlanta Hawks. Then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And this is a perfect situation for them coming up. They'll be facing a lot of teams that they should be in those games will be at home. Can't ask for a better stretch of the schedule.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
And not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
Caruso kicks to Williams. Hands it from downtown.
What a confident play there from Jalen Williams, putting his shot right up and in.
No good off the front iron.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And it's sent back by Lopez. And stolen by Caruso. There's Williams. Lopez with the block.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find him.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Dort with a screen for Williams. It's rebounded by Dallas. Lopez has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Turn around Jay. Yep, that one goes in there.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He knows every possession is critical now, so it's both teams making substitutions here. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Mark Daigneault talking to his team during the break. Now he's encouraging them to keep attacking in the paint. He said, when we get inside, we score. Simple as that. Keep attacking and don't settle for anything that's not at the rim. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Mavericks leading by 5. Irving for three. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
One of the quickest releases in the game. Kyrie staying a step ahead.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That will be foul number 5 on him.
First team foul.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And Williams slams it in.
Ooh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Trailing here by 8.
Boy, the quickness of that first step. Gilgeous-Alexander going from 0 to 100.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Mavericks.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Oklahoma City's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here on the fourth.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
Williams, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Chop up 2 there. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 14 points here in the second half.
Come on, SGA. Put some salsa.
Inside. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker.
And yes, there's been growth in Julius Randle in his game year after year, adding little things, but this big man focuses on playing to his strengths.
Thunder trailing by 7. There's 1:38 left in the game. Dort wide open. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Yeah, big call there on the goaltend. He just didn't get to it soon enough. Boy, that's a tough break.
Mavericks making a switch here. Joe's checked in. And there's the drop. Oh!
Yeah. And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, covered by Joe.
And SGA is used to bearing these kind of big-time shots. Just an outstanding leader for this team.
Pass to Christie. Off target from outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 points. That one goes. And now just a 2-point Dallas lead.
SGA quickly becoming the guy you want with the ball in his hands down the stretch.
And you can learn a lot about rebounding by watching this guy. Look at the fundamentals there on the box out.
Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over in the corner, Williams. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Well, that's awareness there from Randle. He keeps an eye out for his open teammate.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can try for a stop on the next possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll have to foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he ends up making the second, and that increases their lead to 6. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Gilgeous-Alexander. Christie with the rebound. And that's an intentional foul.
Number 12. Personal foul.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
For the Mavericks.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. The 3, count it. And now they trail by just 4.
Gilgeous-Alexander's nothing if not a creator. Make that pass in his sleep.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
With the drive.
Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. And tonight, not just a regular season win, it also counts in the NBA Cup standing.
And if you look at the teams that...
Much appreciated, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And we'll see you next time.